Alright, hello everyone and welcome to another 3v3 Fastest Map on StarCraft Brood Wars Remastered. We're going to go ahead and jump into replay number 303 today. We are officially under 100 replays left to get onto this channel, so we'll celebrate with another good game right here. Alright, let's just go ahead and jump in. In the top left corner, team number one, yours truly, the brown Protoss, John Redcorn 1129. Over across the way in the top right corner is Hola, the teal Protoss. And then the last person on our team over here in the middle left is the yellow Terran, Metacafo. Alright, team number two in the bottom right corner, we've got another Terran, Daki 1988, the blue Terran. Also on his team across the way is the white Zerg, Achuma. And then the last person on their team is the Protoss Inlet, the orange Protoss. So they've got a Protoss Terran Zerg team. You love to see that against Terran Protoss. So seems that we would have the early advantage as team one, but we'll see how it all shakes out. Let's go ahead and take a look at the APMs. Hola up here at a scintillating 240, almost a 250. No one else over 100. I guess the second closest person is Metacafo at about 90. So it looks like we were trying to guess who's going to win. Maybe it would be this guy that's really moving up here in the corner. All right, so it looks like we've got a cannon rush going. He's getting himself prepared. As a matter of fact, now, he does have a cannon rush going, but does he have a forge yet? No, he went 2 gateways to start. So he's got this guy just sitting up here in this corner, which is odd. We'll see if he ends up doing it or not. He is getting a forge up now. And Teal also sort of hanging around in their base too, so a little bit of... Oh, and now he decides, this guy leaves and he decides to go with the cannon rush. Oh my goodness. Does that mean he doesn't even know that it's happening? Or is he going to prepare against it? Alright, now he sees it. This is a late cannon rush, and one that you even knew was coming. Alright, in the meantime, Teal looks like he might be trying to cannon rush blue. He does get that pylon down, being guarded by 2 probes. All he has to do is walk up and try to put a cannon down, and he does. The probe's going after this probe. They might be able to kill him before he does too much work, and he does. Alright, so now they're going after the cannons. Can they get rid of these before they get up? I don't know if the probes can do it on their own. In the meantime, he's got a probe down here in Blue's base. Blue's about to go kill it. I do not know what is going on here early on. Alright, Brown now moving out. I think I might be going to help Teal. Looks like Teal's going to handle it. They do. Orange gives up on it. And actually, smart on him. He had something going, so that wasn't a end-all, be-all of what was going to happen there. Alright, so I'm sending some guys up to help this guy. I'm putting myself pretty open. Alright, so we've got some Marines coming here. We've got a lot of barrackses. Engineering bay coming behind it. Pretty standard opening from Zerg. This guy's moving. He's at 100 APM right now, but not really seeing too much early on from him. This guy's got a couple barracks. He's got the academy with range going. He's got a factory down here. Orange now trying to keep the pressure on Teal. He's not going to be able to do this because I'm here. Alright, so I'm continuing to attack them now. I might try to think, alright, now I'm going to go after Orange. Alright, so Brown sending up his guys. Definitely give Teal some time to relax. Alright, I move away from those cannons. Yellow's sort of moving in to see what I'm doing. I decide to just go back to base. Only got the 3 gateways. Getting my Citadel of Adun up. Alright, so we're getting close to the 5-minute mark, so we'll see where the upgrades are. We see Blue just finished with his range. Yellow's about to finish with his range for the Marines, so that's the first upgrade we're seeing. But if we're looking at the supply tab, we're seeing transporting for overlords from white. So that might be a play that he's trying to do, but we're not seeing any upgrades on attack or defense yet. All right, so I'm moving down to yellow. Sort of chilling with him at the moment. We're at a little bit of a standstill here. We'll see what ends up happening. Teal, don't quite still understand what Teal is doing. He's getting his economy going, but doesn't have really anything else. White, again, slowly and steadily getting himself going. Yellow's getting his factory up now, as well as some defense against drops. We do have a forge coming here. Didn't even have a forge yet. Do have the Citadel of Adun. We're getting speed on the Zealots. Now you're seeing stim pack from both guys. I am getting my upgrades here. Oh, I must have had another forge somewhere if I'm getting double upgrades. Where's that other forge? Well, anywho, upgrades are coming in. We're thinking about, we could easily kill orange right now if we wanted to. So everyone's just sort of sitting around, waiting for something to happen. Blue's got his little army down here. Man, we got a big army. I feel like that could kill someone pretty easily. Alright, white's getting his lurkers. I'm worried about a lurker drop or something coming. Alright, so he doesn't have speed on his overlords yet. That's going to be another thing that he needs to get to really be effective. Alright, he has some zerglings coming out. Alright, so here we go. We're attacking blue. Now, blue's got some decent defense against zealots here with the fire bats. But here comes the speed on top of this. He's actually doing a pretty good job with the stim packs taking this all out. But there's a lot coming his way. Alright, so while we're watching this, we're going to look at the minimap. We're going to make sure that nothing's happening behind it. I feel like something should be happening behind this. A counterattack or some help. Nope, we're just moving in. Most of the zealots sort of took a lot of the damage, but here comes some more from orange. Oh, this is orange trying to help out. Oh, man, these... the stim packs just absolutely melt the zealots. That's crazy. So here's a few more guys. Yellow doing a really good press inside. All right, here he just dropped a bunch of lurkers into yellow's base. All right, so like we said, we were going to see something coming here. All right, here comes orange to try to save blue. Blue still's got 29 workers. Now he's got 28, 27. They're coming down. All right, I'm sort of cutting off orange from really being able to help him. This will give us more time to kill blue. In the meantime, these lurkers come into yellow's production. And he is in all sorts of trouble. Oh, he does have some tanks. Oh, he has the Comstat station that saves him there. Huge play by yellow. White now thinks he can just sort of waltz in, but I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. We're continuing to put pressure on blue, who's gone. Alright, now white's really putting some pressure on yellow. I don't think he has enough. He also doesn't have any upgrades. Is this guy getting upgrades on his Marines? No, he's just going tanks. Alright, here comes some more lurkers, and all of that confusion, he gets more lurkers onto the production. He's trying to put them in a space where they're a little bit safer. Does he have enough energy on the Comstat? He does. The tank is going after him. Ha! The SCVs are helping take this out. Really nice job by yellow to sort of fight to stay alive. All right, I'm sending units in to try to help him, but I don't think that's going to matter. Alright, so while white's doing all of this, his partner has really just done absolutely nothing. Oh, he got destroyed over here. Totally missed that. Alright, what happened over there? Let's go back and see what happened. So a lot starts to happen, and sometimes you miss it all. Alright, here comes Teal came in with the drop. Oh man, I didn't even realize he was dropping. Look at that guy. With tons of Reavers. Just decided to go completely robotics facilities. Wow, that's commitment right there. Alright, so in the meantime, this lurker is continuing its damage. White continuing to try to pressure, but I just don't think he has enough. Plus, I'm trying to come in and help yellow. He's just not going to be able to break this with the units that he has. Now I have ones on my armor, so these are going to be harder to kill. Yeah, this guy's not in a good spot. in the meantime, we'll try to see if Teal must be setting up some other massive drop. If he does it to orange again, that'd be pretty funny, just to sort of add insult to injury. Alright, here's a Reaver of my own with a dropship. So, bringing some extra support in from all over the place. Not particularly unhappy with what I'm doing here. Getting a lot of units out, building decently. Alright, here comes this big mega drop. This is probably going to be to end White's day. Alright, so here he goes. Sort of following along our units here. I've got a couple of Reavers. I'm going to try to drop as well. Alright, so he's coming in this angle. I'm looking to come in the other angle. Let's see what we've got here. I don't usually ever attempt drops, so I'm actually pretty impressed that I'm even thinking about this. Alright, here it comes. Go ahead and get this out of the way. Alright, so here it goes. And it is Reavers galore. I mean, this is game over. I mean, this is so many Reavers. If they can't get some of the workers, it'd be crazy. Alright, so they're down to, it's at 32, 30. Didn't really get a lot of the workers that he was hoping to get. Alright, I dropped my Reavers in there. Over in the corner. Oh, and there we go. There's the big hits. And now he's down to 16, down to 15. These were probably placed a little bit better, but a double drop there. You don't usually see that. Two teams doing a drop at the same time. Alright, in the meantime, White is just trying to do something, but there's just a plethora of army here. I mean, look at all of the army that's here protecting this. Orange still trying to rebuild. I think Till's got to be thinking maybe I can just go after that guy again. Yeah, Orange has pretty much been rendered ineffective. Alright, so here comes White trying to defend. They should have enough to close this down, but it's just going to be really annoying to deal with all these zealots. Here they come on the Sunkens, taking out this hatchery. There's more Dragoons coming. I'm sure they have upgrades at this point. They still just have the ones on the armor. Alright, so we're moving in. Here comes Yellow with his forces, and this is looking like it's all she wrote for White. He did a pretty good job of getting going and getting a little slower than I've seen from some other guys, but he did it pretty well. Here comes Yellow with some more units. Look at all of this just streaming in on this guy. He's just got absolutely nothing for this. Sending in some Zerglings. Try to do a little bit of work on these Dragoons, but it's not going to be enough. Here comes Teal with just a massive drop. Look at all of these robotics facilities this guy's got. He really leaned into this. I don't know what he's waiting for at this point. Just go, yeah. Alright, so here he comes just to sort of add insult to injury and make sure this is truly over. Yep, and he does it. Wow, just monster drops by this guy. That's crazy. Alright, now Yellow's moving out. Now we're going to go after Orange. I'm surprised this guy's even still hung around. He has no upgrades on his Dragoons. I've got ones on my... I'm getting attacked now. I have ones on my defense, which really could be making the difference in some of these fights. And then he leaves, and that is all she wrote, folks. What a good... That's an interesting one. Really good plays by Teal in the dropping. Again, he was at 186 APM. Just knew what he wanted to do, was doing it at a really, really on a massive scale. So, really like to see that. Good job all around by those guys. But there you go. So there's a replay for you. I'll try to get a few more out today because I got the day started a little bit early, and I like starting on a good replay for you guys. But have a good rest of your Sunday and a good rest of your weekend, and I'll catch you on the next one.